Joining me now from Kyiv is Serhiy Leshchenko, advisor to President Zelensky's chief of staff and former member of Ukraine's parliament. I want to talk to you, Serhiy, about what you're seeing or what you're hearing about on the ground in Ukraine in terms of the military. It seems like everybody overestimated Russia's military, at least in this conflict, and underestimated Ukraine's military. What is the assessment that you are getting right now about where the war stands?
Yes, sure. Ukrainian army was very much underestimated, first of all, by Russian army, because before the war started, they promised to take control over our capital during 2, 3, maximum 4 days. Let me say we have almost 5 weeks of this non-stop war in Ukraine, and Kyiv is quite safe place in the sense that they're trying to attack Kyiv from the north, from the west, but with really lack of success. And yesterday they declared that maybe we're gonna move our army a little bit in another direction, just as a sign of possible de-escalation. But believe me, they did it not because of the goodwill, but because Ukrainian army very much aggressively attacking them out of Kyiv, very successfully attacking them to control perimeter around this capital. So this is our idea, to at least have capital safe, to invite people come back to capital, to relaunch the life here as it was before. Also, we have success in the eastern region. Yesterday I was in small town of Trostenets. It's well known because they have a chocolate factory from Kraft, one of the global companies, and they lived about 35 days under the occupation, and now this town is released. And what I watched yesterday with my personal eyes, it was horrible. Destroyed buildings, hospitals, railway station, tanks left by Russian troops on the ground, blood everywhere. Food, some rest of the bodies, it smells horrible. This is like in a movie, but it's not in a movie, it's in our real life. This was the reality of one of the cities which was under occupation. Now it's free, now it's released. And I agree with the statement that maybe Russia wants to just maneuver, to take some troops from Kyiv and to put all efforts to control Donbas region, with the idea to control the territory which they did not control before war started, including Mariupol, of course, to make the negotiating position stronger, to have more on negotiation with Ukraine.
Do you expect that, you touched on this a second ago, that it'll be safe enough for people to start coming back to these retaken regions, these retaken cities? Is there an expectation that you'll be able to keep the Russians off, or is it still too unstable right now?
I permanently call citizens from Kyiv to come back. I make a lot of public statements. I'm in Kyiv now, and I see how situation changed since 1st of March, so during last month, 31 days. So if in the beginning of March it was like a host city, now we have small cafes, restaurants, supermarkets, pharmacies, service shops open. So life, step by step, coming back to the capital. That is why I believe as early people come back, as better they feel themselves with a new reality to face. Because really life is going to be changed, but it's going to be a little bit less normal than it was before. But I believe as soon we start economic work, as soon people come back, as better Ukraine goes through this crisis, through this war. That is why it's very important for people, at least in cities like more or less safe, to come back. Yesterday I was also in Kharkiv. Kharkiv is much less safer, I believe. Now I heard the sound of bombing at night, but I think also they cleaned a lot in Kharkiv. Now streets are clean, so all these horrible destroyings which we watched in the beginning of month, now we have just some buildings destroyed, but also it's important for some business to come back to start working. Next week it's going to be restart of big metallurgical plant in Ukraine, which was stopped with the beginning of war. We're looking for another big factory owned by international corporation ArcelorMittal to start working in Kryvyi Rih, in the motherland city of our President Zelensky. So, as early we start, as stronger Ukrainian economy can be. But of course, we are very much looking for support from your government, from international community, not only with weapons, but with financial support, because it's difficult to calculate, but I think we lost about 30% of our economy immediately during the first month of the war.
It had to freeze. I think it's really interesting that you're asking people to come back to Kyiv, that it's stable enough right now, and the idea that people can start coming back.
It's more stable than it was before. It's more stable.
More stable,
of course,
more stable.
The situation is not stable while there is Russian troops in our territory, and this is our very strong conditionality for negotiation. But they can stand there for a while. That is why it's important to normalize people's life as soon as possible.